Good morning. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Yes, good morning. Today is Wednesday, January 6th, 2021. Yes, yes, yes. For those of you who are waking up with me, good morning. This is my favorite part of the day. As many of you know, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I've been awake now. Ah, at least an hour. At least an hour. And I was able to make my my drink and did a little, my morning routine. So my day's already started, and my babies are with me. Yes, yes. So yeah, I hope you all are having a good New Year. Yeah, I haven't gone out in a couple of days. Yeah, I stayed in yesterday, the day before. Yeah, the weather is very fickle in New York City. The beautiful skyline that you see in New York City there. Yes, good morning, viewer. Yeah, I see we have a viewer out there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, I hope everything is working with my devices. Yes, please let me know if everything, you hear everything. I have both my mic and the power cord attached. But some of this power cord or something, the connection, uh, I have an adapter attached to my device, and sometimes it doesn't work properly. Yeah, so I hope this transmission is going well. Yes, make sure that the volume is up. Okay. Yeah, I just adjusted the volume on maximum. Yeah, before the volume wasn't on high. So I know my voice could be very soft. So yes, I hope you all are doing well. And the time is about 6:05 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. So I guess I could begin now. Oh boy. Yeah, I want to talk about different things. I will talk about first the visions that I had today. And I'll talk about also DC, Washington, DC today for the rally that's going to be out there. This is a pivotal thing, DC today, regardless of who your political candidate is. Okay, has nothing to do with that. Uh, please watch. Um, please watch on your favorite channel. This this is going to be a gathering in DC. Yes, I think a lot is going to be revealed. I've been waiting for weeks for this. And so let me begin. First, with the visions that I had. Um, yes, tonight was a very busy night, vision wise. I was seeing it seems like now I've been seeing a lot. Um, it's happening very, very quickly, like one thing after another that I'm seeing. And I'm just really going with the flow. Um, Unfortunately, I don't remember a lot of things. I mean, I know I saw a lot of stuff, but the things that stick out in my mind are thus. I saw, remember that room that I've discussed before, like a laboratory. A man is on a like the that those tables or the stretchers or gurney, and there was a man on it. He's wearing civilian clothes. He was a white man. Um, could have been in his 40s, 50s. Uh, kind of more on the chubby like side, full. And that device, there was a device over him. It was a long cylinder shape um, device, and it was pointing downward at him. He's lying on his back, and I'm like trying to see, through my vision. I'm seeing from above. Above him, and the device is kind of like blocking my view, and I can't really see, because this device is big, maybe 12 inches diameter, long, um, easy 5 feet, 6 feet long, and it's pointing at him. And I'm remembering that I saw this long device before in past visions. And then he blocks his face. He's afraid. I would imagine screaming. I don't hear anything audibly. My visions are never audible. It's just something visual. I just see. And he's on his back, and you see him block his face like he's trying to protect himself, and his knees are up towards his chest because he's like, you know, getting almost like in a fetal. He's protecting himself. And then a bright light appears, as if the light is coming from the device, like a boom of light, and that was all that I saw. So this thing, interesting. This thing emits a light frequency, and I don't think anything good comes out of this machine. Nothing good at all. Yes, thank you for the like there. Thank you, and thank you for being up early with me this early morning hour. Um, what else now? Um, yeah, then the scene changed, and I gather that nothing good came out of that thing. You don't want to be zapped. Yeah, this person was zapped. Hey, Jakob. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You have a good sleep. Yeah. Thank you for waking up with me, and yeah, yeah. Just sit back, relax as I talk, and I hope the audio is good. Let me know if the audio is okay. So let me continue. And then the next thing I saw, yeah, it was weird that as I saw the person being zapped, there was a bright light emitted from this device. Um, it wasn't positive. And then the scene changed. Oh, let me get my little boy. You can hear him making noise. He's down below. Let me get it. Come on, go. Yeah, it's my little boy, my little lavender. He's my little Pekingese. Yeah, yeah. You might be seeing his. Yeah, that's his little tail blocking the vision. You sit down. Yeah, my little baby boy. I love him. Yes. The other thing that I saw immediately after, um, I was in some type of. I'm in some room. At least I'm seeing through this room. I do not recognize the place. Um, Yeah, a lot of things seem to be blocking my way, as I notice in today's vision. Uh, but I saw a television set, one of those old-fashioned television sets. Uh, yeah, from 30 years ago. Yeah, the old-fashioned, so it's not a flat screen, not one of those big screens. It was like oh, how big would it be? Um, oh, maybe two 2 feet, 2 feet wide or something like that, or a little smaller. Yeah, it was just we call it a standard television set. And on the screen, It seemed like some news report. Um, and it looked, I don't know, it looked kind of cheesy. It looked amateurish, what I saw on the screen. Um, Because I see a young child, a white child, Caucasian. Um, the child could have been maybe 2 years old, so it's more like a toddler, a youngster, a very young child. To me, the child looked like a little boy. Had brunette hair, and I think it had curls to it. Um, yeah, relatively long locks, dark brown. The child had a fullness to him. It wasn't one of those puny child. He had some meat on his bones. Little chubby. Yeah, you call it a little plump baby. Um, I think it was like sucking his bottom lip or something, or a slight pout or something. And he's just staring. I think it's like sitting down, sitting on something. He wasn't standing. He was like sitting up. And I saw a caption on the lower right side. I think it was in red, a red background and the white lettering. Um, it seemed short, the name, but I remember, like I said to myself, I said, oh, good, I see lettering. I better read this quick. That's what I'm thinking, saying to myself as I'm seeing this vision. They were all capital letters, if I remember right. I remember, like, I was looking at the letters, the first few letters, FLOU, and then the end part, ENC. So then I put together, okay, must read Florence. But I don't know, it seemed like Florence is a long name. But somehow, when I saw it, I don't know the term that you call it, but the lower, like in video editing, there's things for the captions. It could be positioned to the left, bottom right, or center. Those things for when someone's name or some title is gonna be there. And it looked like it said the name Florence. I don't remember what the child was wearing. It didn't really, they had clothes on. But it just seemed like a news footage. But I just saw, I just thought how the person who edited, you know, um, using um, so I don't even know the terminology, that function when you're doing a video edit, it just seemed kind of amateurish, you know. Yeah, it didn't seem like what a professional newscaster program would have. It just seemed very um, um, very, not someone who's been doing video editing long. And again, it was on a standard old-fashioned television, but Monaco it didn't look like something uh, in the far past. I took it as relatively current. It just seemed like modern times. Okay, even though it's a old-fashioned TV set. Yeah. I notice now with the visions that I've been having, um, it's happening. There are a lot. Um, I'm starting to see a lot, like it's rapid fire, like the things that I'm seeing. Again, for those of you who are new to my channel and my visions, this is like upon awakening from a sleep or dreaming. I I I lie there still, and I keep my eyes closed. That's essential. By keeping your eyes closed, so no outside no outside light, whatever, can interfere with your eyes. So everything is still intact, so to speak, upon awakening. And this allows me to kind of like slip into a meditative state of awareness. You're in complete awareness. You're resting. In essence, what you're doing, you're just resting. And if you continue relaxing, keeping your eyes closed, oftentimes, you look forward as if you're looking forward and looking at your eyelids, inside your eyelids. A vision, something visual appears. The visual could be a scene as if you're actually there, you're participating, or it could be like almost like a photo. So it's not moving, it's a still photo. Um, yeah, those are or sometimes it could be seeing geometric shapes. So I know I saw a lot of shapes and things like that. Again, the tile floor. I know I saw tiling, geometrical shaped tiles. Um, that's what I remember. It was just a lot of little things today, but I do not recall them. But I'm remembering that prior recent um, visions that I'm seeing more in less time. And so it's becoming harder for me to recall what I'm actually seeing because I'm just going with the flow and I just want to see as much as possible. And I figure that the more I learn how to relax and go with it, the more will be revealed. That's my thought behind it. Yes, so it should be really interesting. And yes, I did have my device on. I had my iPad on next to me, and I mentioned that because, see, my with it being on, and it was turned on, a video was playing. Sometimes they could influence what you see. Just like in a regular dream state, if you have a television or your computer on and it's running at the time, it's playing something as you sleep, or even with the radio, let's say music, it could be incorporated in what you see. Okay. Um, so I mentioned that as a reference point in future videos that I do to mention if my device was playing in the background or not at all. Yeah, because it can influence what you see. So, oh, I forgot also to mention a vision that I saw. I think it was last week. Yes, I did forget to mention it. Um, Yeah, because the last thing I mentioned was about the brick wall that I saw. But yeah, that same week, I saw another room. Okay, yeah, this vision I seen it before. Good morning, viewer. Good morning. Yes, I'm re, relaying another vision that I saw. This one I saw a week ago. Yes, the theme was something that I saw before in past visions. I'm viewing it looked like, it reminded me of a, what do you call it? A movie studio, some type of studio, because it was like a state, like um, like an artificial town or something. It's built. It's something that's built. Excuse me. Something that was built in small scales. Because I guess when they film, they make it look bigger. So it's an artificial city town, and it was a childlike city. Have any of you ever seen the Willy Wonka? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or that Johnny Depp. Remember Johnny Depp did something like that. You remember how the scene looked? Very bright colors, like it's catering to little children, like a fantasy place where children like to play and all that. That's what I was watching. and I there was a body of water, but something that's made like it's supposed to be like a little lake, um, and I saw like a little boat. Everything is small. It's on a small scale. Um, vibrant colors, everything like a plastic. Really, really artificial, real artificial. Um, it was a boat that had. I wish I could describe the boat more, but a little makeshift boat. But it had a boxy appearance to it, box and shape. I don't mean a Noah's Ark type of thing. I mean, it was a light color, plastic, I think, like a toy. It was maybe a foot and a half by, uh, boxy, so foot and a half by foot and a half, you know, and it was placed. Was floating on the water, So, and I think it might. I'm not sure if it had sand, but it was a little makeshift, like a little pond, and it was now on the water. Yeah, all over, then I also saw, okay, uh, to the left of it, that's when I saw this prickly, yeah, I discussed this before. Um, it's uh, it seemed to have a consciousness to it. This prickly, imagine like twig, let's say a bush, and all the leaves are off, and with a little bush or something, you see the little pricklies, but they were longer the branches, It reminded me almost like that. And this too also had a square shape appearance, a squarish shape, but it was maybe four times the size of the little boat. And s- I, f- it se- I felt that every time I see that thing, because I've seen things like this in past visions, that it doesn't want me to see. Yeah, uh, it produces interference, so it doesn't want you to see certain things. Every time when I see it, it's just like trying to get out my eyes, so to block my vision. It doesn't want me to see. And shortly after, I did see this prickly, spiky thing. Uh, the vision ended. Yeah. So that part of the vision, the childlike studio scene, an artificial world, studios, stage, that was last week sometime. Yeah. So that's that. Those are my visions. And now I want to talk about Uh, yeah, well, first, before I continue, anyone else ever see anything like this? Ever had a vision and you're seeing this artificial place, this studio, very, very kiddie looking. Again, remind me of the Willy Wonka movie, how everything looks. Or let's say the Wizard of Oz type of place. Real, and everything's made small scale. And I just presume because they're going to be videotaping, and so they're creating a world, and making it small so to make it seem bigger. Yeah, this is all make believe. This is a make believe place that's deliberately made to look like that. Okay. So yeah, let me know if any of you have seen anything like this in your visions, let's say. Okay. Now I want to get to current events. Yes, today is January 6th, 2021. Yes. I like to think that this year is about addition, the addition of a one. Um, yes. In D.C. today, Washington, D.C., you're going to have a big gathering in the millions, probably. Yeah, there's already a lot of people that are stationed there right now in Washington, D.C. Uh, President Trump is going to be there, and a lot of Trump supporters. Yes, it's filled to capacity, D.C. And in fact, you have people who were turned away from D.C. that um, the opposition had instructed some of the hotels to close down, and so some of them closed. For not permanently, but closed for the week, I guess, to prevent people from coming in and staying there in D.C. Yes, this is a rally for stopping the steal. Stop the steal is the slogan. Stop the steal. There was massive, massive election fraud. Yes, many of you, I speak honestly about it. Um, yes, I've been a Trump supporter since 2016, and it was the first time my ever watching, being interested in watching the news or, broadcasts about elections. I couldn't care less in past elections. I don't like elections. I never felt a part of the system. That's why. I felt like an outsider. Here I'm a veteran, but feeling like an outsider that I don't belong. Well, I do belong, folks. And you belong too. You born here, you are a veteran or military, you belong here. So, yes, so to claim what is yours as a nation, this is my nation, this is your nation, this is our nation to enjoy and to root out evil that's in it. Evil is when I say evil, I mean bad intentions upon someone or something to harm them. And this election, in the past 4 years, was something, in my opinion, this again my opinion, was malintent to harm a candidate. Again, he started out as a candidate. Trump started out as an individual who said that he wants to run for president, like other candidates. And it turned out that right away, once he made his announcement, Trump, he was spied upon, which is illegal. His phones were tapped, and who knows what else was tapped. But he was tapped from the very beginning, and then a false narrative about him getting involved with Russia. But what it turns out is that his opposition was involved in shady things, and the current opposition, Biden, was about all that. He was in collusion, and his son, I said not plural, his son, Hunter Biden, Robert Hunter Biden, he was involved, and a lot of other things. And remember also about Biden, Joe Biden. It was some years ago, he was running for some office, and he got kicked out of the consideration of it because it was found out that he lied about certain things that is considered major. He lied about his what's that? His graduating class. Yes, he did graduate, but he was towards the bottom of his graduation class. He plagiarized on his term paper not just a sentence, not even a paragraph, but all 10 pages. And he plagiarized a, what do you call it? A speech that was done by uh, JFK, John F. Kennedy, the former president, plagiarized his speech and claimed it as his own. And there was something else too. Oh, it was one other thing. But that's enough. So he plagiarized with his schoolwork. Um, just a minute, and again, a sense of, okay, his involvement with his son. He lied about his son, not knowing about what his son was doing, Hunter Biden. When emails were found on Hunter Biden's computer that was retrieved, there were emails, and that Joe was getting 10% of the cut. Yeah, the family got their cuts. It was divided out in percentages. So he was vice president at that time, Joe Biden, and he's been involved in a foreign nation collecting money. That is so unethical. So you want a person that lacks severe ethics. I mean, those are just some of the things that I can remember with Joe Biden. Yeah, and that's why they didn't consider him that other time. Yeah, it was, and that was relayed to me maybe 2 months ago on social media. He was running for office in the past, some other office, and he was excluded because it turned out what he was doing, that he lied about a lot of stuff. So it's interesting. Remember Carson? I forget his first name. He's a surgeon. He's a black fellow, black man, and he's been known for years. And he has a very good reputation. I've seen him before. He had visited the church that I attended at one time as a visitor that he was to speak to the audience and to encourage the black congregates. Yeah, to encourage people that he wasn't from a rich family, just a standard poor black family. But he was smart, and there was some problems growing up, and he buckled down, and he made something out of himself. And he was so-called disqualified to run for president because of an event that happened, I think it was during the 1970s. And he had said that there was a race riots that was on campus at the time, and that he had opened the door for some white people to come in because they were rioting. People were rioting outside, and other people were running for safety. And he had opened the door for the safety of those people. And so said, "Oh no, that never happened," and called him a liar. Okay, so that was the nail in his coffin, and he dropped out of the race, the presidential race, for that. But yet for Biden, plagiarizing someone's speech, plagiarizing someone's paper, lying about your graduation class performance, and other things, and then being involved with collecting money from other countries, having these, what do you call it, these corporations, they're really like dummy corporations, to um, channel money, to, what do you call it, money laundering. It looked like money laundering scheme, okay? That's not, so you're going to question about someone opening the door for someone versus someone in cohesion with Eastern European country and collecting money? See that? It seems like if you're a black person, black candidate, you have to be pristine. You can't even blow your nose without someone saying that, oh, you can't do this. So, why is there a higher standard for black people but not white people? That is my concern. Why is that? Carson would have, I think, been a very See, I want honor. I believe in honor. Not perfection. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. Carson is not perfect. Seems like a wholesome man, someone that I could look up to as a leader. He's a leader in his field of medicine. And he's like, they pushed him out. And I think it's unfair. But you're going to take Biden or say, well, we don't like Trump. Now, it's your right to like who you like or don't like who you don't like. It's your choice. But how is that the Democratic Party would allow someone like Biden? There were other people who want to run for president. He's already had his term as vice president under Obama. And Obama's not out of the loop either. For Biden to do what he was doing, to me, it seems that Obama had to be aware. See, someone like Obama, you're all in the same boat. You're all about the same thing. And to complete an agenda, the communist agenda, the Chinese Communist Party agenda, a world communist socialist system. That's what's going to happen. That is what's happening now, people. It's not about Trump anymore. It's about what is going to happen, what is trying to be officiated, what they're trying to officiate, what they're trying to promote is a socialist, communist, enslaving system, a system where you don't have choices, a system where they force you to wear a funky ass mask, a mask that will harbor bacteria so you can get bacterial pneumonia. Pneumonia is a very key word here, pneumonia. The people that you hear that are dying, they are dying from pneumonia. Pneumonia. And let's say if they took the corona test, but it's not corona, it's pneumonia that they're dying of. But if you tested positive for corona, and you would test positive if you ever had the common cold. Coronavirus is the common cold. And now they're tricking you and say, oh, well, you might be a carrier. You may not have symptoms, but you might be a carrier. You might be a carrier. See that? I might be a love child of the of Queen Elizabeth. I could anything. Anybody could make up something. Well, what if? Well, what if? Life isn't about what ifs. Life is about what is. What is happening? What is happening that you have the common cold and the flu that comes with it, that often comes hand in hand in America. You have what you call cold flu season, which is now. It lasts for a couple of months. And yes, New Yorkers get it over the years. But who primarily gets the cold and flu? What's documented? And the statistics are there, but the media is obscuring these facts. It's open to anyone. If you have a computer, you could look at these databases. I think it's by John Hopkins University. Yeah, John Hopkins has a database, but I think it's under the CDC, Center of Disease Control and Prevention. There's a database, and it's like a world map, and it documents visually of the concentration of, the world death, how many people are dying daily. Excuse me. Um, who's dying of what? And it has the number, like it also has by country. Yeah, by country. How many people have died in that country? How many people died of various things? Some countries don't have any deaths in Asia. So they're saying that New York City, where I'm from, where I live, has more deaths than certain countries in Asia or Nigeria, which is in Africa, West Africa. More people died in New York City, according to the data, than the whole country of Nigeria of over 200 million people. Nigeria has over 200 million. It might have 240 something million people. And they live in big cities, Nigeria, and many black people who are living in the Americas, English speaking or Hispanic, are from Nigeria, a Nigerian component to them, like myself. Okay, I'm mixed with that according to DNA that I've done. Okay, so they can't say anything that is not a that it's not genetics because they share similar genetics. So a whole country is doing better than the city of New York City. Something is wrong, folks. They want to raise the numbers. So they had all these people. Remember, they want you to wear the masks, and they put this fear upon you. Fear would kill anybody. And then, oh, you can't go visit grandma or grandpa. You can't visit any of them. So these people die from stress. Or since no one's visited them, so they just stay in bed. And for an elderly person to just lie in their back all day will create pneumonia. That means a fluid buildup in the lungs, and that kills them. Yeah. We're being lied to, folks. Yes, you had people that died. But I do watch Alex Jones' show. He was a YouTuber who got banned for life from YouTube and other social media outlets. He has his own website on the internet called Infowars.com. And he shares a lot of videos from other people. He has his work, and he has people working under him, and he shares videos from other YouTubers. And he shares information that is banned on social media. And what's that now about him? Yeah, so I've been watching his channel name, and the algorithms, I think it's called algorithms, heard, and so they want to buffer. See that they're trying to eliminate you even mentioning his name. So I won't mention his name. So either way, I watch his program, and it's very informative. The guests that they have on, and they share about this false virus. It's a falsehood, and it's designed to keep you in a state of anxiety. I haven't seen any, I have visited the hospital. Not, I shouldn't say visit. I had a doctor's appointment at the hospital in New York City. And New York City, you got all these homeless people. mostly black men. And a lot of those men are veterans. Okay, you have a lot of homeless veterans on the street. And I had my doctor's appointment, and so I walked over. That place was so empty. Empty, 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 empty. Where's the rush? Where's the, uh, backup? No, there's no backed up with people. No. It had such an echo at that place. You didn't see any people. You had workers there. You know, someone at the front desk, and then you had at the entry, I think it was four nurses to take your vitals, you know, to take your temperature, and what's that? I think just the temperature. And if you have no fever, then you go to, go through the weapons thing, make sure you don't have any weapons, that X-ray thing, where they have the police. And then you go in, okay? It was very empty. And this is during that real big scare and rush for, oh, it's so crowded, it's crowded. No, it's not crowded. See, they lying to you people. And remember also they were supposed to, I haven't been there in a while, this other place. Yeah, there was a like a big scare and a big rush to go to the hospital, or that the hospitals were all full. I remember also during this time they were to start this other hospital type thing. I think it's called the Javits Center on 10th, between 10th and 11th Avenue, or around 30th Street. I'm trying to think now. Th- 32nd Street, between 30th Street and 34th Street, around there. Either 11th or 10th Avenue, I forget, around that vicinity. And they were people just setting up. It had a very relaxed feel. People were just standing. You had, I think they were the what do you call it? The National Guards there. They had some National Guardsmen and women, and they're just standing, doing absolutely nothing. There was no urgency whatsoever. And it's supposed to be a place where, to house, what do we call it? To take care of the sick with COVID. I you don't hear anything. And remember also there's supposed to have been a hospital that was built like a made out of a tent to be built in Central Park to handle the COVID. I've been to I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. So the wanting you to think of all this urgency, there's nothing, nothing, a nothing burger. Those of you who know definitively regarding Central Park, I mean, I've been, you saw my videos, and I'm walking through. So I haven't seen because it's supposed to be in the field. There's a sheep's sheep's um, sheep's meadow, I think it's called, and I show you that all the time. And it's a big open field, and I didn't see any tent. So I don't know where they supposedly had these people. See, they want to create a sense of urgency to make you afraid, like it's something real. Oh, I remember I was going to say with Alex Jones. Oops, I said that name. I didn't mean to say the name. Yeah, well, okay, I said it. Well, either way, it's released now. The the data, the statistics on the number of people who died over over the years. He looked like he had like a 20 years or 15-year span on that, and that it was just it was 60,000. I think he said 60,000 more people died, but the people The extra people that died in 2020 versus 2019, um, if you exclude, okay, if you exclude the people who committed suicide and something else, uh, it would be about the same. The same amount of people died in 2019. So it seems like the if it was extra people that passed away, it was this stress put on the people. Yeah, it was no pandemic in the country. If you look at all the people who passed in the prior years, there was no pandemic or epidemic. It's all about the same. Yeah, so you could watch. I saw that yesterday, uh, on Tuesday. So you can just go on. I mean, I'm not paid to tell people to watch his program. Okay, I'm not paid or asked to mention his channel, his website. But look for yourself at the numbers, or maybe just go on the internet. Maybe they have it posted on the internet that the numbers are out of the people who the deaths and everything, and what they died from, and it all balances out. It's all about the same. So because everything is all about the same, did it warrant? Did it warrant you to have to be locked down, to go under lockdown, to say to a nation, you can't go out and work, you can't make money for your family, for yourself. You have to wear a funky mask so you can't breathe. And let's say you have asthma and you get an asthma attack because um, because you're fighting to get air. And you get an attack. Because again, when you wear a mask for over 2 hours straight, it puts a chemical stressor on your body. It will increase your cortisol level and your adrenaline. And so your body's on hyper alert. And it's fearing that it's in danger. You don't want that. So yes, you're going to have illnesses because of that mask, wearing it. They're trying to force children to wear a mask. Little children need air. They have a fast metabolism. They process things quicker, so they breathe faster, and you're hurting them. If you are sick, stay at home or wear protective gear. But to tell people you cannot open your shop, but those big corporations can. So all those big corporations sucked out the money. It took all your money. It took all your money. It wasn't sharing the wealth evenly because so and so's company had to shut down, but the massive corporations were allowed to uh, have industry. So they profited off of it. And that's what it's all about. Profiting the large corporations. And you look at those large stores, where do they get much of their merchandise from? Well, I tell you, most of their merchandise is from China. China, China, China. And no, this is not an anti China rant. This is about the communist Chinese political party that runs that country. And they set up systems of oppression upon its own people. I'm not talking about the common Chinese person living in America or living in China. I'm talking about the Communist Party of China. And they 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 send see they were see China was getting all our business. You go to those large stores, those mega stores. Just start looking at the where the things are made, and you're going to see it's made in China. So there is an agreement between corporate America and China, and China will make it cheap. And so it's to make them rich. It employs their people, so Americans don't get jobs, are losing. And when Trump said America first, corporate America knew exactly what that meant, that they couldn't exploit the relations it has with China, communist China. And so it's going to lose the profits. And also China is buying out America. It's buying the businesses here. Many, with this COVID, many of the businesses shut down, especially in the village. East Village, West Village, yeah. Yeah, they closed permanently. And it's a place that I used to hang out. I love the village. Now it's different now. It's a different game. It is a different game entirely. And where I live, the restaurants. Yeah, where I live is a lot of restaurants. I would say that's the largest industry, it seems. Numbers of businesses. They're small businesses, they're restaurants. All along on Ninth Avenue. Yep, Ninth Avenue. 10th Avenue has restaurants too, but not as much as Ninth Avenue. Yeah, Ninth Avenue, um, a lot of restaurants. And then we have Restaurant Row, you know. Yeah. Many of them were forced to close, or they have those booths. So the booths are outside. Some places, so like at least Manhattan, they have a lot of the restaurants have little booths, outdoor booths where you can have your food. I think there was some restaurant that people, yeah, yeah, I did go to a restaurant once, and ate in, um, but hardly had anybody in it, and you have to wear a mask. And guess what else? You have to sign in. You have to give them your at. Yeah, this is also another important factor. How America is trying to become like China, communist China. Yeah, it wants to know your whereabouts. Yeah, it was a couple of months ago, maybe 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. I went to a restaurant to. Um, I had cravings for this particular sandwich. Yeah, pastrami on rye. That's what I wanted. And I went to a place not too far from where I live. But to eat in there, you had to have a mask. You had to come in with a mask, and you had to sign a a book. You had to give your name and contact information, because God forbid if someone in there gets sick, oh, then they're going to say, oh, you were there when so and so was sick, so you might be sick too, and we want all the names of who you were with. It is a spying system. It is to spy about your whereabouts. It's to document, so you have no privacy. It's a system where you no longer have privacy, and they want to know your whereabouts. That's what this system is all about. They are exploiting and lying and exaggerating about the dangers of this particular so called pandemic. But it's a scamdemic. It is a scamdemic, people. Yeah, you got to read in between the lines. What are they actually doing? And what's actually being done is to gather information on where you go, where you live, and uh, what else? And also limit your money so that you can't make industry. You can't make money. And so you become like a ward of the state. You become a ward of the state because now, since you cannot make money, you have to stay at home because, again, some places they beat you. I've heard that. I've seen some things on the internet with some people. There was a young man with his little dog, and he got zapped by the police. I don't know what country that was, but it looked like a place like the U.S., but I do not know definitively. And that also was on that website that I've been watching that I just told you about Infowars. And yeah, he had a little black dog, and the police. He was on the ground, and he was being tased because he didn't have a mask on. He's out walking his dog. Tased him, tased him repeatedly, to put him in submission so it can turn him over on his belly and put handcuffs on him because he didn't have a mask while he was walking his dogs. How evil. How evil. Yeah, so it's a police state that they're trying to implement. You don't have your mask on. See, that's the excuse to bully you. You don't have your mask on, so we're going to beat you because you're putting us in danger. No, we're not. There's no real danger. You have your own immune system, just like the past years, and it wasn't required to have a mask then. They want what when you go to China, who do you see? You see people with masks. So they're making you accustomed to China's systems, to walk around with a mask, to walk around like a robot. That's what they're trying to implement. And to limit your ability to take care of yourself. So you become a ward of the state. Okay, you become a ward of the state. They give you a few pennies. They're supposed to be giving another stimulus check. So I'm not sure. Do any of you know how much the stimulus check is going to be for? Is it the 600 or the 2,000? Yeah. And you see that? First, the Democrats wanted, it's not about Democrat Republicans because you have dishonest people in both parties, and I do not belong to any political party. I never have, because I don't trust either. See, the name may be the same, but they do whatever what is convenient for them, both parties. But right now they're using the Democrat Party as the villain party and as the party that's not initiating this socialist, communist, Marxist, Leninist um, philosophy type scenarios. Yeah, I love this country. I'm born and raised here, and I'm a veteran, and I stand behind it. I do not want a communist system. I love my country. It is far from perfect. It has its infamous history. I'm not going to pretend that is or hokidoki. It has a lot of holes in it, but it's still my country. It is still your country. And to fight to keep the democracy, or I should say, not democracy, constitutional republic. Constitutional republic. This is a republic, a constitutional republic. And that I stand for. See, the Constitution is a contract of the government to its people. And it's supposed to be equal for all of us on paper. On paper, we are all equal under the Constitution, but you have evil people who have agendas that hurt the members of the people of this country. And for that, I don't like. I don't like that. But yeah, despite all its flaws, I love my country. Yeah, you see, daylight is coming. It's about 7:09 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. So sunrise is approaching. Yeah, I think sunrise. I think yesterday or the day before yesterday was 7:19 a.m. in the morning. So those of you who know what time sunrise is to be today, if it's the same or not, let me know. So yes, we welcome in this new year. What do you call it? I meant to say sunrise. Yes, sunrise is approximately 7:19. And those of you who know, let me know in the chat room if you can find out for me. Yes. Yes, so to welcome the sunrise. Yes, so it's dusk right now. No, dawn right now. It is the dawn, and I welcome the dawn. I welcome the dawn. Oh, you're in the UK. Okay. Hey. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, UK. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Yeah. So UK there. You're gonna watch. Um, you're gonna watch the internet. We're going to have in Washington D.C. There's going to be a massive rally. Yeah. What's your name? Your name is Sydney Sophia. Okay. Yes. Hi, Sydney Sophia. Nice name. Yes. Sophia means knowledge or wisdom. Yes. So that's nice to have. Yeah. Yeah. So have you been following I'm sorry, American politics with the vote and everything? Let me know. So yes. Yeah. I'll look out for it online. Yes. Look out for it online. Yeah. It's supposed to be a big rally in D.C. It will be a pro-Trump rally. There may be social disobedience. I don't follow politics, but yeah, yeah. I never used to follow politics, Sophia. I mean, Sylvia. Sylvia. I never really followed politics. Just when Trump got into office. He is far from a perfect man, Trump, but I think he's an excellent president. I stand behind him as a president. Uh, he could have done some things better, but I'll certainly keep my eyes out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's going to be things happening in D.C., and yeah, I want to uh, give it my support. I'm not physically there in D.C. I'm in New York. I would have liked to have gone, but it's not feasible for me to go. Money is an issue, and I have my little dogs here. I can't bring my little dog. You can't bring your dogs on a bus, you know. Not that I know of. Yeah, I wanted to take my little just one of my dogs. I have three little dogs, and it was about 1 or 2 years ago. I wanted to go upstate just for an afternoon trip, and they said I had my little carrier for my dog. They said, "I'm sorry, you can't come in." They did give me back my money. I said, "Wow," I was so disappointed. Yeah, so how you going to travel? So it is what it is. But yeah, yes, this see, it's a system of control, and you notice the anglophone, excuse me, the anglophone nations seem to all be working the same. So whether you're in Canada, Britain, Australia, they're doing harsh things against the people. Here's my beverage. I gotta drink some. Yeah, this is my green beverage, my protein vitamin mix. Let me drink some right now. Just a moment. Yeah, I had to drink some. I put a little of hot pepper in it too. Yeah, add some bite to it. make it more palatable. Okay, let me read your message. Sydney, Sophia, okay. I enjoy listening to your perspective. Oh, okay, let me read. Okay, Sophia says, I enjoy listening to your perspective on things. It's also very relaxing listening to you. I saw you set up a camera in your room the other day. Any reason for that? Was very curious why. Oh, okay. I don't feel like I've been traveling for now, as I refuse to take the vaccination. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Okay, yes, people. Yes, thank you for sharing that. Uh, okay. Yes, Sophia had noticed on my videos, I had a camera, a new camera setup. Yes, Sophia, I started, I think it was on the 14th or 15th of December. I purchased this security camera because it's able to uh, view in the dark. You know, it can see in the dark. It has infrared sensors on it. So when it's dark in the room, it could see in the invisible spectrum. Um, a year ago, on my birthday, my birthday was on December 5. And last year, I should say, in 2019, December 2019, um, I was watching a movie and I saw an orb. It was the first time I saw an orb like that. It was a white orb, pure white light, and you actually see the rays of light coming from the center of it. It was about the size of a marble, a child's marble, and it was about an inch away from my left cheek, and it traveled alongside my cheek, and when it was about an inch away uh, past my nose, it disappeared. And I never forgot it. And so for that whole year in 2020, I was hoping that I would see the orb again on my birthday. And so um, on my birthday, well, it was actually, let's see, it was a couple of hours around midnight past my, so it was actually now December 6th, around midnight. So it was still within 24 hours of my actual, time of my birth. So I still consider that. So anyway, I have also what's called a body cam. It's what those police use on their body, to videotape. And it also has an infrared uh, setting on it. And I got my tripod, a little portable tripod, and I put it on the tripod, the body cam, and I started recording around midnight, a little bit past midnight, I think it was. And I was just talking, just talking. And I was in my room, and I caught some orbs. I kid you not. I did upload it, so you will be able to see on my videos. The orbs, yeah, I had my bonnet on. Yeah, it's a very candid scene, It was candid, the scene. I was lying in bed, had the covers on me, and these orbs appeared. Yeah. So so that was on December 6th, and then I aired it. I didn't watch it right away, but I think it was a couple of days later when I reviewed it. I said, "Oh my God, orbs!" So I said, I'm going to get, um, I'm going to get hey, okay, wait a minute. I thought it was, wait a minute, who is that now? Oh, okay, that's Sylvia, Sophia. Are these orbs spirit beings? I think so, Sophia. Yeah, yeah. So, Sophia, yeah. So, what happened after that? See, the body cam that I do have, it's not reliable, and there's some problem with it. you're not able to take out the SD drive from it. And it's been locking my, when I attempt to use it on my computer to upload this, it damages the computer, the connection. So I said, well, I'm going to get something else. So I went to my favorite electronics store and I found a device. It was only 20 bucks. It was 19.99. So I bought two of them, one for my living room and one for my bedroom. And it has an ultra fine setting, HD, high definition. Yeah, and an ultra high definition. Yeah, so it records at night. And so I look kind of funny. I look like when it's on, um, and showing me, I look very pale. Everything in the room is pale, and my eyes look funny. Because it's filming in infrared. Well, it's able to see in the invisible realm. Infrared is invisible to the naked eye, and so because it's on, it's able to see in that spectrum. And lo and behold, the orbs are in that invisible realm. Yeah, so I'm able to record. Yeah, and it also has an app to it, an app that you can download on your mobile device, like this phone that I'm on that's recording right now. Yeah, and so I can be outside and seeing what's in my room, and I can watch the orbs. I can actually watch the orbs live. As it's recording right now, I could watch it on my device and see it that way as it's actually happening. I could watch it. So this is a powerful tool, and the app also allows you to record what you see on the screen and take a photo of what you see live on that live stream. I kid you not, and it only costs 19.99. 19.99, and you can see orbs. Yeah, and records fabulous. It's a fisheye lens, so it sees a broad spectrum in the room. Yeah, I brought it outside. You can take it outside with you. I did. I had my portable battery. It uses a USB port, and so I have the cord to charge it. Use it as a bat. To have my portable battery and connect my security camera, and I brought it outside. It records beautiful. Oh yeah, it had some really nice uh, things in it. Yeah, I think I might do it again when I go to the park and do a voiceover with it. Oh yeah, the effect that it does. Oh, it's fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Yeah. So yeah, so I brought it with me outside as well to see if it can pick up any orbs that might be outside or what you call elementals. Yeah, I brought it with me outside to Central Park to see if I was able to capture elementals. Yeah, I'm a regular person, Sophia. I started out in life like many um, uh, many individuals in my country, in the U.S., uh, raised in a large family, and didn't really believe in anything. I used to be an atheist, and then I became a Christian, and now I am a seeker of truth. I'm no longer a Christian, but I know that the Bible can teach certain principles, universal principles. And that aspect of the Bible is okay with me because it can teach certain principles of ethical living. Okay, so that's all that I see it as. Okay, but so I've been on this spiritual journey. Really, I think it's a lifelong journey, but I actively started really seeking out what is truth, what is reality. Um, it started 2015. Yeah, that's when I really actively started trying to find out what's going on in this world. Um, I started meditating also. Oh, yeah, I started meditating in 2014. April of 2014 was the first time I meditated, and I've been doing it since. Now my meditation is really doing the meditations in my bed upon awakening from sleep, a type of meditation where I'm able to have my visions that I've been having. And so also, Sophia, you'll be able to find a playlist on my channel called, I think, Visions or Visions and Dreams. And or you can just go on my channel, Spirit Journey, and type in the word vision in the search bar, and you'll see every video that has the word vision or dream, and you get to see what type of things I've been seeing. And it's been progressing, Sophia. Like my initial things that I would see was actually geometric shapes. And I did see once a person's face, and it just progressed, the type of geometric shapes. And then my first outdoor scene that I saw was in 2017, and I saw an outdoor scene of plants. And then I would say last year, 2020, I was seeing, uh, for whatever reason, I was seeing floors. What do you call it? I saw a work site, like I was a construction in construction work in some. I believe it was in Asia. Yeah, because in America we don't. In America we wear work boots. When you're on a construction site in like a place like New York, you better have on your construction shoes. You're not allowed. But this one, it was a tiny foot. They were barefooted in mud, and I saw the feet. It was a tiny brown person. I didn't see the face, just the feet and the legs. And what I said to myself when I saw that, I said, "This is in Asia somewhere, South Asia, I believe, or a place like that." Yeah, and yeah, I was. It was as if I was actually there, participating in this construction, and a lot of things with tile, ceramic tile floors. And I even saw a room, my most recent, last month, I was inside a large, it looked like a mansion. I was exiting the foyer. I was walking towards the door, and I saw a large round table in front of the door in the foyer. It was something. And it looked like I had some type of device videotaping as I was leaving because it fell on the side. So the angle, like it went like this. You see how this camera, oops, see how the camera just went on the side like that? How it can tip over on the angle? So that's what happened in that vision. So it seemed like I had a camera viewing my leaving this room. It looked like a mansion, a very, very uh, affluent place, it looked like. Yeah. Yeah. The visions that I've been, some of them are very vivid. And recently, Sophia, I've been seeing a lot of little visions, rapid fire. And many of them I can't even remember, but a lot of them is a geometrical shape tiles. And it had, I remember sparkly things and things like that. But I wish I could remember. It was just rapid fire, the things I was seeing. Let me see the other things. I missed some of the messages you said. Okay. Yeah, okay. Truth is the key. Okay, seeker, yes. Yes, I'm a seeker. I'll check them out on Amazon. Okay. So what else you're saying? Yeah, I didn't get all your. Yeah, I was contemplating doing something similar as I'm always disturbed in my sleep at night. I wake up in the night a lot. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sophie, you can get this camera. Yeah, I indicate in the recent videos I uploaded the name of the camera. Yeah, I think it's Ezvoz, Ezva, EZVOZ. Only 19.99 American dollars. Yep. Yeah, and it records beautifully. Just something, I don't I just have it just to videotape orbs. That's all I got it for. And I'll probably use it also to videotape outside. Yeah, that's easy. Not a B as in boy. Uh, okay, E as in Edward, Z as in zebra, V as in Victor, O as in I guess orange, Z as in zebra. Esvaz, something like that. Yeah, it's on my video that I uploaded. I think it's my first one. The one that I did with using the device. Yeah, that one I indicate the name of it. Yeah, yes, yes, yeah. That's the name. That's the name of Sophia. Yeah. So let me get my drink. Then get a drink. Wait a minute. Yeah. So yeah, only 19.99. You can't go wrong. This isn't my Esva. I'm recording on my phone, my iPhone. Um, it doesn't record well in the dark, really. Like right this hour, you know, this time like direct sunlight, sunlight coming in the window. It's a little hazy, you know. Um, but this other camera, wow, for only 19.99. I keep stressing that. Yeah. And it comes and you download your app, on your travel, your mobile device, so you could watch what's going on in your room, or watch it in your room as it's recording. So let's say, Sophia, let's say you want to meditate or pray to your higher power, or some people they want to communicate with their loved ones who have passed over. You'll be able to see if you're being visited as it's happening. Yeah, yeah, try it. Try to see if you're getting visitations from orbs. And I saw a video 1 or 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago, um, on what are orbs. And this one YouTuber, oh, I forget the name of her. She's a lady that what do you call channels, and she's supposed to channel this higher being from some other place. I forget the name. Abraham. I think that it goes by the name Abraham or something like that. And according to that person, they said orbs are thoughts. I mean, what do you call it? They're conscious thoughts, and so they come like that. So they're I guess you could think of them as souls, as the consciousness of things, and that's the form that they appear in. So yeah, you'll find on my videos a whole sea of them. What I noticed that they can hear. So somehow they like when I get up in the morning to make my little beverage. Yeah, very interesting. When I get up in the morning, and when I leave the room to make my drink first thing in the morning, they come out. They race through, the wall. They come out, and you see them racing out the room, as if it's following me. They might come out maybe like 10 seconds after I leave the room, but they come out shortly after. Yeah. And it happened again, Sophia. I uploaded a video of me meditating. Um, the actual meditation session. Um, I just show a couple of seconds. I show after, like when I was finished my session and putting the stuff back in the room. Like I have a meditation chair. And so after I was finished with my session in front of the mirror, I was doing what you call mirror gazing as I was talking to my higher power. I picked it up and walked it a couple of feet behind me, and placed it where it belongs. And when I walked away to put my chair back where I got it from in my room, my living room, a whole bunch of orbs came out from the wall and the mirror. I kid you not. And you can see this. See, I document these things. So you have a lot of people who make claims. I'm not about making false claims. I'm about seeking knowledge and truth to try to find out what in the world is going on. Because I don't understand what's going on. Remember, I'm a regular girl from Queens, New York. Just a regular girl, was not raised in religion. And then when like in my early 20s, I became a Christian. And it might have been maybe 5 years ago that I stopped. I no longer follow Christianity as a faith system. I'm about knowing. I want to know if there's what do you call it, paranormal, like angels or orbs. I want to know. I don't want to believe. I want to know from actual seeing, things like that. I want to experience, be an experiencer to develop my truth, my knowledge. I want to be in the know. I don't want to believe. I want to know. It's a difference between believing and knowing. Someone who knows has information. It's tangible. Believing, I can believe in Santa Claus. I can believe in anything. Belief is not based on truth. Belief is just belief. You can believe in something and have no experience of, but you could have a belief based on a knowledge, a knowing, because it's something you've seen or heard. So at this point in my life, I want to be in the know. I want to know what's going on. Yeah, that's what I'm about. So all this thing about the election is really trivial. This election thing is a joke. There's things going on behind the scenes. That's what I want to get at. I want to discover what's going on behind the scenes regarding this election. I have, Sophia, done a tarot card reading. And no, I'm not an expert at tarot card readings, but I did one 4 years ago on President Trump, when he was running for office. I did Trump and Clinton, and they came out the card reading that I shared on the internet was so accurate. And then I did another one for this election several times. And the first reading, it was it didn't make any sense. And then I did another one more recent. And that one, I uploaded that one. That one I uploaded on my channel. So you could just type in Sophia, the word tarot card reading, Trump Biden, and you'll be able to find it. And the outcome, I did what they call a 5 card spread on both Trump and Biden. And it was before the election. So it was before November 3. And I said to myself, how could both be true? How could both, it was weird. But my feeling is that Trump is going to win. That is my gut feeling. I know what I'm afraid of. I know that's wishful thinking. I mean, my wish is for Trump. But I also believe he is going to win. I just think he's going to win this whole thing. But the tarot card reading was showing a conflict because you can have two winners. So I didn't understand. But as you see now, post election, how both could think that they won because one actually won the uh, physical vote, but then the other one cheated. So they both think they got Biden. The card that I got for Biden was what was that? The oh was that the Knight of Cups? So there was a man on a young man on a horse, and it looked like it was a victory stance. So I don't know. I don't understand how they both could win, but this explains it. That they both say that they won, right? But my gut is saying that Trump is going to win. I hope he wins. We're gonna see soon. But see, I feel that there's more to life that's happening behind the scene. The fact that I'm able to get out of my bed, and when I leave my bed with my new security camera on, that the orbs come out, a whole bunch of them. So it's letting me know that you have an invisible world that exists alongside your current world that could possibly influence what's actually going on in your life. So just imagine people of power. Now, the people who get into the presidency, these are people socially who are connected. You don't have the average Joe Schmo in government. You don't have them. There are always people who are initiates of some type. They're connected with some type of university, some type of corporate backing. They have a long lineage in the Americas. But Trump is the only one. He's a little different than the other candidates. He's only a first or second generation American. I mean, not to minimize him, but in contrast to the other people, other presidencies. So this is telling. So he's considered the new kid on the block who is stretching out his wings, and because he's not an insider, he's not liked. But because he has his own money, he didn't need corporate backing. You know, So, yeah, today is going to be some day, and uh, there's more to this government system. There's things happening behind the scenes. And like I mentioned in today's, like the vision that I had today, I'm seeing things, I'm seeing people who I don't know. Am I tapping onto television signals? Or is it signals of things that are actually happening somewhere on this planet? I have no idea. But what I will do, what I mentioned earlier in the beginning of this video, um, about the vision of the television set that had a little child on, and I think the name said Florence. I know it was FLO, and then the last part I saw ENC, and so that's could read out Florence. I'll check. I'll type in that number, that name. Anybody in the media, the name Florence. I don't know. It's really weird because when I first looked at the name, it looked like a short name, And then, but the name Florence, when it's a long name. So how could I see two things at the same time? It didn't make sense, but it was on the lower left corner. The I forget what you call it, but when you're video editing, and like when you watch the news, they had that, the banner on the lower left or the right or the center. That's how it was, and it was in red, but it looked very amateurish how it was done. Yeah, and it looked like a little boy, a toddler possibly, little white kid, brunette, had I think curls in the hair. Um, yeah, wearing regular clothes. The kid was in a sitting position, not in a chair. I don't think it was a chair itself, but it could have been sitting on the floor. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm gonna type in that name Florence and toddler or child, and see if anything's in the media. I mean, it was on an old TV set that I saw. It was an old-fashioned TV set. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It'll be very interesting. And then I saw the person that got zapped by that machine. Yeah. So that's what I saw earlier today. That a man getting zapped by that cylinder-shaped device that I've seen in several of my videos, and a child, a toddler, a young child. Both of them Caucasian. Both of them kind of, uh, chubby. Um, yeah. So that was today's vision, and the politics of the day. That is going to be a large demonstration and a pro-Trump rally. Yeah, yeah. People are congregating in Washington D.C. It should be really, really, really interesting. And yeah, so people watch closely because I think there's going to be a lot of revelation, knowledge being shared in DC. Yeah, they're going to be speakers out there. But yeah, watch it closely. Those of you who have internet, you know, go watch it. And it goes beyond who you want to win as president of the United States. It's beyond that. There's history in the making. History is going to be in the making today and definitely on the 20th of this month, 20th of January 2021. Yeah. Yeah, definitely watch. This things are going to be happening and it's going to be quick. And get your other device because you may want to record certain things because some things may be happening, and you want to make sure you get your yeah. It just coming to my head now. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure my phone is charged so that I could record what's on the screen. I'm gonna be watching it on my computer in my living room, and something might happen. So you go get your device and record because see, they could what do you call it? Censor what you see. They can block all television. They can block the internet. They could block it. So you record what you can record before they block it because it might be history in the making. History in the making today. Yeah. And the information was already, yeah, you have other YouTubers who's been sharing about about the virus, the scam behind the virus. Yeah, it's actual data. It's not just I feel. No, actual data regarding this whole uh, pandemic. Yeah, this is a pandemic to usher in Communist Chinese Party dominance in the United States of America. And you have governors and mayors of the United States of America who is committing treason against America, treason against America. It has nothing to do with Trump. It's about treason. They are committing treason and in hurting people. People have died because of their intent, keeping you locked up in your house. So some people, two people committed suicide in my neighborhood, one and two blocks away from me. One a 13-year-old child and one a man in his 50s committed suicide. They jumped off the man jumped off the roof, and the boy jumped off his balcony. Yeah, it's stressful. The little children, they want to be with their other students in schools. Little children need socialization. And you cooped up at home and you can't talk to your little friends. It's awful, awful, awful. Yes. And now you have people like I was bullied on the street and I was in the park, in a big, big park. No one is around me. I'm social distancing, but I don't have a mask on. And these real edgy people were getting in my business and being verbally hostile. Verbally hostile for a fucking cold flu. Excuse my French. For a cold flu. You think this was the bubonic plague or what do you call it, Ebola. I could see if it's Ebola, something like that. See, you can't hide Ebola. Ebola comes onto you right away, very, very, very soon, and you bleed to death. You bleed to death quickly. And 60% of the people, that's 60% of the people who get Ebola die from it. So most people who get it die from it. Very few people, only 40% of the people die of Ebola. And even the people, that's mostly in Africa, in tropical Africa. And they have their stuff together. They don't have any big epidemic thing there in Africa. How come Africans could better control something as dangerous as Ebola than New Yorkers and their so-called COVID? See, people, it's baloney. Baloney, baloney. Yeah. Yeah, it's to usher in a new system of control, a communist like regime control over you that locks you in your home, that forces you to wear mask of submission, and to bully you and to beat you if you don't have a mask on. Yeah, it's very suspect. Whatever what the truth is, it's very suspect of what's actually going on, what the narrative is and what's actually going on. They're in contrast. They don't equate. It doesn't equate to each other. Yeah, yeah. So I see it's approaching 8 o'clock in the morning, and I got to finish up my little beverage. It's getting cold right now. But yes, watch your news today regarding Washington, D.C., and any other site that you feel led to, and share below what you've discovered regarding the Trump rally. Yeah, I hope you have it. Yeah, thank you so much, Sophia. Yeah, thank you for coming on my channel and from um, from the UK. Yeah, very nice. So I'm going to be going now. I appreciate all of you viewers out there. I appreciate I appreciate all of you, and yes, get out there. Uh, if you can, or watch at home. Watch at the safety in your own home. There's stuff going on, and it's about controlling you. That's what this is all about. It's not about a pathogen. Okay. So peace, love to you all. I thank you all for watching. Be safe, eat right, and drink your liquids. Okay. Thank you again. Bye bye.